We love hip hop.
Let's see here. Let me pull up an article here. Now, the cops have been wilding out here. Okay. Like I said in the beginning of this live, I'm doing a documentary piece on a big time police, I won't even just say officer anymore, somebody who's big in the Toronto police, in the TPS. Okay. And who's got big time promotions, but has been dirty as fuck. Okay. Yesterday on the podcast, Dusty and I discussed some heinous activities that were going on around the death of Uvi U, with the one cop who was saying some foul shit, who was like, oh, it must have been a Somali or a black guy. Okay. We didn't miss that, bro. We didn't miss that. We heard that. I heard you. Right? So, you know, to me, when I see stuff like this, unfortunately, it's not much of a surprise anymore. It's coming to the point where this is just a regular thing. So the article here, it says Toronto cops who allegedly ignored domestic violence report charged after woman's death. Okay. Now, Constable Anso Alfonso facing Police Act charges after shooting death of Daniela Mila Malia, my bad, in 2022. Now, Daniela Malia, 23, died last year after being found shot in an underground parking lot in Toronto. A Toronto police officer is facing a host of misconduct charges after allegedly failing to properly investigate and report a call for help in a domestic violence case where a woman was shot and killed only days after. The victim, 23-year-old Daniela Malia, was found shot in an underground garage in Toronto in August of last year. Just 3 days before, according to Toronto police hearings documents outlining the case, Malia reported to investigators that her ex-boyfriend, Dylan Dowman, who is now facing first-degree murder charges, had been threatening and harassing her in text messages. Yet the Toronto Police Constable Anso Alfonso, who is facing Police Act charges including deceit, neglect of duty, and making false or misleading statements, only spoke to Dowman for 3 minutes and did nothing to help Malia despite her pleas for help, the hearing documents say. Ultimately, you took no action to protect the complainant despite her repeated pleas that her ex-boyfriend's behavior caused her to fear for her safety, the Toronto police documents read. None of the allegations levied against Dowman or Alfonso have been proven in court at the tribunal, respectively. The news of misconduct charges against Alfonso were first reported by the Toronto Star. Salute to the Toronto Star. CBC Toronto has reached out to Alfonso's lawyer for comments. Okay. So what do we have here? This young lady, she called the boy them. She said her man was threatening her, sending her wild text messages. I can't even imagine, or I could just imagine the wild types of text messages he was sending her. I'll kill you. Like probably like it's plain out, not even like trying to mask it. And I guess these guys got on the phone with her for a quick second, or on the phone with dude for a quick second. And we're like, nah, nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. 3 days later, shorty ends up dead. It's definitely a high level of neglect that was going on with this case right here. You know what I'm saying? And salute to old John Crow 416 Trackstar Music. Member. 43rd. Your mom. Yo, what are you guys doing, bro? You guys are arguing in here? Okay. This is really messed up because, like I said, this is not a big surprise anymore. You know, the Toronto police have been having a lot of misconduct cases over the last 30 years. As long as I've been living in this city, I've been hearing of just mad crazy, neglect, shooting unarmed people, just wild stuff. Okay. So for something like this, for the cops to be like, oh yeah, okay, your life's in danger. Oh no, don't even worry about it. He ain't gonna hurt you, or just be not. They didn't even say all that. All they were just like 3 minutes. What can you even get off in 3 minutes? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, she's tripping. Okay, bye. And then he went back to eating donuts. Come on, man. Salute to 43rd. What up? It's wild, man. This is very similar to even with Regis Kocheski-Paquet. Misconduct. This is why you have this whole defund the police initiative that's going on, where people are like, they're tired of the way that their tax dollars are being spent. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Tanya Lynn McCarthy. What up? In the end of the day, now they're trying to even get more police on the street. Okay? On top of the fact that we got an ex-police officer or ex-police chief who's running for the mayor. Let's say in their perfect world, because not in my perfect world, in their perfect world, this guy, Chief Saunders, becomes the mayor. That culture, that police culture that has been going on in Toronto from when carding has been happening over here to just all the, driving while black and all the different things that we deal with, just like how people deal with in the States, right? That's going to go up 10 times more. Okay, I'm not here trying to shit on Mark Saunders and, trying to box food out of his mouth or whatever, but bro, I'm sure you retired with a good check, you'll be fine. Okay? The average superintendent is getting like $190,000 a year plus. Okay? That's just the average. You know what I'm saying? So when these guys got fat pockets, they're not really stressing too much when it comes to public safety. As long as they get home to their family, they don't give a fuck about if you get home to yours. Don't get me wrong. Not all cops are trash. Like this, what's this officer's name? Not all cops are trash. Like this, where is his name? Anson Alfonso. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some good cops out there. However, all the way that these bad cops are moving, these dirty cops, it's going to make it hard for any of us to believe that there's good cops out there. This is why we have a big separation between the community, especially the black community or people of color, and the Toronto police, the TPS, the Toronto Police Services. You know what I'm saying? This is why that they don't get help from neighborhoods when people get shot down. You know what I'm saying? Not only the gangsters are not snitching, the civilians ain't snitching neither because they ain't fucking with the cops. You know what I'm saying? There's a separation. There's a distrust between them. And it's because of things like this. It's because of things like Regis Paquet. It's because of things like the dude in Brampton, the Indian man in Brampton. Come on, man. How many times are we going to have all of this type of stuff happening over and over and over again before we do like what Road to Success said here in the comments? Retrain. Instead of taking the city budget that just went down not too long ago, where all this money was allocated to different things in Ontario, including whatever that we got in Toronto to handle more police and all types of crap. Instead of hiring more police, train the ones that you have. Give them better sensitivity training. You know what I'm saying? Like, start doing some kind of program where you're putting cops that came from their neighborhoods back in their neighborhoods to police their neighborhoods. Okay? Rather than taking a cop that doesn't have any clue, can't identify with anybody from the neighborhoods that they're policing, and then putting them there, and then having issues with racism and you know, people not understanding or being able to read the room. You feel me? To me, these are easy solutions. Like, as far as the ideals of the solution, I'm sure there's way more logistics than getting it as far as getting it done. But the suggestions are there. I'm not a genius. I'm not the first one to suggest these things. Okay? They got activists that are out there right now who are pushing on these guys' necks who get no results. All it looks like is complaining in the end of the day. Okay? The dude that I'm doing the documentary piece on right now, and I keep on holding this information, not telling y'all who it is, because when I drop that, it's going to be like, oh, snap. But I ain't going to lie to you. I'm a little bit paranoid too. Because I've done a lot of documentary piece on different rappers and different people, like, you know, gangsters and stuff like that. And that's cool, I guess. But when you start doing documentary pieces on the on the cops, woo, I might have to put a piece of tape over my license plate. The Vent Podcast says you would think twice if everyone has it. Don't get me started on that, bro. I've been said this how many times? And every time I say that we should have, more people should be able to have guns in this country, okay? As far as civilians being able to get a gun license and maybe have a concealed carry, permit so that they can protect themselves on the subway. All right? People are getting it on the subway almost every day now. Unprovoked attacks. Okay, so then the them are not really doing enough. They already hired more or started putting more police down in the station. They started doing this maybe 2 months ago. However, I just saw a stabbing in the subway in Kiel Station, a night ago? So obviously the things that they're doing is not working. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Shorty here that I have on the screen, if she had the blicky, dude would think twice about sending her threatening messages, trying to go over and go to her crib or go to the parking lot to go kill her. If she's able to defend herself, return fire, or shoot first because she sees the threat of danger. Trust me, Vent Podcast, I'm with you. However, they don't like when I say that. They bite my head off. Oh, you're crazy. What do you think we are, America? What are we, barbarians? No. We're dying out here. That's what we are. You know what I'm saying? Come on, fam. Listen, when I get that bag, I'll be living in 2 different countries, bro. As soon as I get back to my home in the States, taking the gun, cleaning the guns that I had in the wall, you know what I'm saying? Making sure, like, I'm at the shooting range. Canada, I'm banned for life. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of gun, like, don't get me wrong. I'm in the wrong. I got banned because of my own mistakes. Okay? So if I can't protect myself because I used to deal with gangster shit, that's on me. But there's a civilian out there who is on their way home from work, late night, and they're scared of shit. And maybe the mace ain't going to be enough. You know what I'm saying? The behind the toilet gun, trust me. You know what I'm saying? You press a different button on the flush and the shit pops up. Bow, hold that, get out of my house. Now let me call the boy and pick this body up. Just like the baby. But yeah, man, RIP to this young lady. You know what I'm saying? Daniela Malia. Okay. Domestic violence is super, super trash. The dude who did that, you're a super goof. You're a super waste man. Okay. I don't want to hear no DMs about, but fam, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be saying this shit on this live or on the podcast, and then next thing you know, sometimes I'll get a DM like, yo, fam, that was me you were talking about on the live. Yo, suck your mom, bro. You're a waste-ute. How you dare kill the girl? You're a waste-ute, fam. I'm not trying to hear it. Anyhow.
We love hip hop.